Hello, and welcome to this demonstration of Veeam Backup and Replication's storage snapshot integration with Hitachi Vantara VSP storage. In this demonstration, we will look at creating and running a backup from storage snapshot job from the secondary VSP array, and then we'll look at the recovery options for that. Without further ado, let's jump in. What you see here is the Veeam user interface made up of 3 panels: the navigation panel on the left, the context-sensitive ribbon menu across the top, and the display area. And in this video demonstration, we will take a look at the backup from storage snapshot VM secondary job. In the previous video, we looked at the local job. In this case, we are going to look at doing a backup from storage snapshot on the secondary storage. Now, before we jump into the job properties, just to remind you, in case you haven't seen that first video also, our storage infrastructure is made up of a pair of Hitachi Vantara VSP 5600s. They are set up in a global active device pair or GAD pair. And as you can see here, I've got the primary, think on premises, and the secondary, think at maybe at a DR site configured. If you want to see how they're configured, please refer back to our first video in this series. But let's go ahead and dig into this secondary job or backup from storage snapshot from the secondary. And let's see what's different about this than just backing up from the local array. Let me edit this job, and we'll quickly take a look at the properties. Give it a name, tell it what virtual machines. Now, this is a virtual machine that is on a volume that is effectively stretched across both of these VSP 5600s. That's the capability of Global Active Device, that synchronous replication relationship that underpins that. So I've got one machine. I could have many, obviously. I tell it what backup proxy to use. Automatic selection is most often the best choice. I tell it where I want it to back up to. In this case, I'm backing up to a volume on this VSP array. Something that's okay in the lab, wouldn't want to do that in production. I tell it how many days of restore points that I want, 7 days. And then here you'll see I am configuring a secondary destination for this job. So when we look at what is that secondary destination, and I will edit this so we can see here, once I enable this, it tells me that 2 volumes with always sync state with snapshots created on both, and grayed out here, use it as a data source. So what will actually occur is when the backup kicks off, Veeam Backup and Replication requests a snapshot, storage snapshot from the VSP. It gets created on both the primary and the secondary synchronously. And in this case, Veeam Backup and Replication is going to use the secondary snapshot off-site in this example as the source of the backup. So absolutely zero impact on the production storage, and the first backup is already off-site. So let's go ahead and take a look at guest processing. I don't have that enabled here, but I could have Veeam Backup and Replication quiesce the workloads to make it transactionally consistent rather than just crash consistent. I can also index the guest file system to aid in malware detection. If there are indicators of compromise, or if there are mass renames, things that ransomware often does, that can help to detect those things. I'm going to leave that blank for now. I give it a schedule, and that's it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and exit without applying any changes here. So that's the job. If we then come look at the backups, these are the restore points stored on disk. And you can see here, I've got this job here. It's the same one, BFSS VM secondary job. And if I select this one, you can see I've got a dozen restore points. And if I right click on this, you can see all the different recovery options, everything from instant recovery options, full restore, granular restore, restore to the public cloud, restore to alternate hypervisor, or actually leverage the data portability capabilities of Veeam Backup and Replication and move those over to another Veeam Backup and Replication server. Thank you for watching this demonstration of Veeam Backup and Replication's storage snapshot integration with Hitachi Vantara VSP storage. In the subsequent demonstrations in this series, we will take a look at snapshot orchestration jobs and recovery from storage snapshot, including instant recovery and file level recovery. I hope you watch the other demonstrations. Thank you.